Good afternoon and welcome to Beaver Dam. We're back again. Steve Winterhack and Randy Armgett, Jeff Sauer on the video streaming, and it is AA American Legion regional action. Only 4 teams in this regional and got their games in yesterday, 2 games in, and some more to go yet. It's going to go all the way through tomorrow and see what the rain situation is tomorrow. But Waupun with an impressive 16-1 victory in their ball game against Port Washington yesterday, Randy.
Yeah, definitely the better of the 2 teams, no doubt about it. Started out pretty good. Couple of innings of no score baseball for both teams. We thought the young man pitching for Port was doing a nice job, and then the wheels came off for them.
Yeah, he had to just cruise through Waupun's hitters. They were 0 for 6 with the first 6 batters, pitching a perfect game through 2, and then plunks the first guy in the 3rd inning, and a couple of walks after that. Then the hits started coming, and Waupun, I brought 15, 16 guys to the plate in the inning and come up with 12 runs in that 3rd inning and added another 4 in the 4th inning. But just a great performance by Waupun. Took them a little while to get their bats going, but defensively they were rock solid. Jake Krieger, what a game he pitched, just 3 innings, but gave up that opening batter 0-2 pitch single to the first batter for Port Washington, and after that he just shut the door on the Port Washington Marauder team yesterday.
Yeah, and that was Carson Page that started that game for the Marauders, and as you said, he looked almost unhittable early on, and then he hit Brian Ferris with a pitch to open that 3rd inning, and then he went from the stretch for the first time in the game, and then just after that it was never the same, and you could see Waupun's confidence get going, and everybody wanted to get on the hit parade, and yeah, that's pretty much game over after the 3rd inning.
Yeah, that's what the coaches were saying at the post-game meeting that we had with them yesterday, and yeah, they have a little trouble once in a while as all of a sudden they realize hey, we should start going here, and it took them a few innings, but once they did, you couldn't slow them down. Waupun with an impressive 16-1 victory. Mason Holtz 3 for 4 in the game, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Evan Sauer was 2 for 3 with a couple RBIs. Everybody kind of got into the act for Waupun and crossed home plate and had a very successful game to open up this tournament, but things are going to be a little different here against Beaver Dam, who also had a blowout victory, and we're going to talk about that with their 16-2 win over Kewaskum in the 2nd game yesterday. We'll take a break, come back and talk a little bit more now about their opponent, American Legion Post 146 from Beaver Dam, right after this on RP Sports.
Someone to take care of your tree needs? Call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their 3rd generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street, Waupun, to talk about a great event coming up here. Andy, talk about the next meat raffle and who it benefits.
That's right. We're going to do a special event meat raffle. We usually don't do them until we pick them up again in fall, but we're going to bring one out August 4th, Sunday afternoon, looking at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to do a meat raffle that's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So the fine folks from Make-A-Wish asked us to do one, so we're going to do a special event one on August 4th at 2 p.m.
All right, so when people come in, what do they expect that day?
You can expect we'll run some drink specials, and of course, and we're going to sell some meat, some paddles, and have a lot of fun. We have a spin a prize wheel and do a 50-50 along with it, all for the benefit of the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
All right, talk about some of the great things going on here throughout the week here, Andy.
Hey, we got specials going on all day, every day during the week. Mondays is all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4 p.m. Thursdays is burger day. Friday is fish all day, of course, open to close. Saturday is appetizer specials. And Sunday, of course, we're back to wings, and we do it all over again.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Andy with us here at the other bar.
Every beginning starts with a breath. When buying or selling a home, it's easy to forget to take one. Brooke Bourne and Rock River Realty can guide your next real estate venture without the worry. Home markets are changing, and Brooke Bourne meets the market with only a 2.5% commission. It's true, 2.5%. Save the stress when you work with the best. Contact Brookborn at 920-251-0500 or email brookborn@rockriverrealty.org.
We're back. Welcome back to Beaver Dam. Again, another game here in a double elimination tournament that they have in AA American Legion Regional Baseball. And Waupun was just an A team up till a few years ago, but I'm playing with a little bit bigger towns. Last year they had to go to Ashwaubenon, playing against some of the bigger towns over there. And yeah, definitely a little more competition when you get up to the bigger schools. But Waupun looking pretty good. Only a 4-team regional tournament, and Waupun and Beaver Dam easily winning their games yesterday. We mentioned Waupun won 16-1, and for Beaver Dam, they knocked off Kewaskum right off the bat in that ball game, 16-2, to blow Kewaskum off the field. Those two teams will be playing in the next game at 4 o'clock to see who stays alive in an elimination game. But for Beaver Dam, they had 9 runs in the first inning of that ball game, 6 runs in the second inning with only 4 hits in that second inning, but they got 6 runs. They had 13 hits in the game and 9 walks that they received from Kewaskum pitching in that ball game. So a couple of blowouts for the teams that are meeting here today.
Obviously, on paper, it looks like Waupun and Beaver Dam the class of this tournament, and the other two teams are going to be fighting to see who can stay alive, as you said. So I think this really will be the premier game of the tournament so far, and then there's be a chance that these teams could meet again tomorrow.
Yeah, double elimination, so a very good chance. Even if you lose this game, you're not done because you're double elimination. But probabilities are that they would face each other again for the actual games to go to state over at West Salem coming up next week. But Boston Damon pitched some pretty good ball in the ball game, 2 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk in the ball game. Brad Wendorf had a 3-for-4 day at the plate. Jeff Freund, who's pitching today, he had 2-for-4 game, along with 3 times crossing home plate. Kyler Keel, 2-for-4, 3 RBIs, and Jacob Julka was 2-for-4 with 2 RBIs in the game. And Boston Damon had 4 RBIs and 3 hits in the game. So definitely the offense going. Of course, a lot of walks of those 9 walks that they received yesterday, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, very similar games for both of these teams in their first round, and I was told by some maybe it was Eberly, I'm not sure, but they were able to use 2 guys at less than 30 or right at 30 to finish that game, so those guys are good to go for the rest of the time here. So no pitch count counted for them in the tournament.
Okay, let's take another 2-minute break here. The pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales. We'll come back and talk about these teams, how they met during the high school seasons. A lot of the same players in that ball game. And Waupun edging out Beaver Dam in that game. We'll be back right after this in just 2 minutes on RP Sports.
Shop great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $2.49 per pound. Country Hearth split top bread, buy one, get one free. Kemp's Ice Cream, $3.99 with your card. Deals on 7-Up, RC Cola, or Dr. Pepper all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. And a reminder to shop cattails connected to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly on Gateway Drive in Waupun. Shop the pig all this week for great deals.
And then
we make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Every beginning starts with a breath. When buying or selling a home, it's easy to forget to take one. Brookborn and Rock River Realty can guide your next real estate venture without the worry. Home markets are changing, and Brookborn meets the market with only a 2.5% commission. It's true, 2.5%. Save the stress when you work with the best. Contact Brookborn at 920-251-0500 or email brookborn@rockriverrealty.org.
You know, when planting season arrives, timing is everything. That's why you need a planter that's ready to strike when the conditions are right. Massey Ferguson planters are part of a long tradition of accurate planting with minimal downtime and required maintenance. It's a combination of precision, dependability, and performance worthy of the Massey Ferguson name and worthy of your farm. Stop by Waupun Equipment today or visit www.masseyferguson.us to learn more.
Good. Welcome back to Beaver Dam, and I'm Steve Witterhack along with Randy. I'm going to bring you the play-by-play for today's game, but again, Waupun taking on Beaver Dam, and I asked the coaches, how much does this mean yet to play Beaver Dam in any sport? And they said it still means quite a bit. A lot of bragging rights involved. You're only 10 minutes apart down Highway 151 from each other, and still definitely a great rivalry between these two teams. We've played in them, seen our kids play in them over the years, so here they are still making it at, even though they're not in the same conference, still means something to these teams.
Yeah, I think when they're little 10 competitors, it meant more because you had all the sports. You had the baseball, the basketball, the football, all the things, and you know, it really got to know people. And you know, some of the guys we played against, Steve, back in the day are very close friends of mine.
Yeah.
From Beaver Dam. So,
yeah,
you know, later on in life, you respect those people. So, you know, it's still, the proximity makes this a rivalry right from the get-go.
Of course, these teams did meet. They always try to keep something alive in the high school season. They met, and Waupun winning that game 5-4. Mason Holtz pitched 5 2/3 in that game, only gave up 3 hits, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. But a nice victory there for Waupun. Little bragging rights during the high school season, winning 5-4. I didn't have the stats on who pitched for them. I think it's a pitcher that's not playing Legion ball, but was their stud pitcher during the season. They always save their best for each other, and you know, I know we both know Joe Loizo well now, and there's a guy that really had a lot to do with keeping that rivalry and what it meant to the teams alive during his years of coaching. Really just brought a different attitude to the team, and said you got to beat Waupun, and that was always fun during those years. And Joe was at the helm for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, both high school and Legion ball. So yeah, he had a storied history here in Beaver Dam.
Well, they're just a coaches meeting on home plate right now, and looking forward to it. Should be a good game. Obviously, these two teams have emerged as the favorites here, separated themselves from Kewaskum, who lost to Beaver Dam last night, and to Port Washington, who Waupun took care of. And those two teams will meet in an elimination game coming up at 4 o'clock today. And if you win this game, you make it to tomorrow. You just pack up your stuff and go home and show up here tomorrow. Being 2-0, and somebody's going to have to beat you a couple times the next day. But if you lose the game, you will be playing at 7 o'clock tonight against the winner of the two teams that are playing at 4 o'clock today. So kind of an easy bracket with only 4 teams instead of having 8 teams or 7 teams or something
the 7
like that.
team brackets are the one that get people frustrated because you have to figure out. And
how
then
can you make it fair? You know?
Yeah, and you have to make sure everybody gets the same amount of innings pitched and all that stuff. That's the other factor that comes into play.
It's announcing the starting lineups for both teams. Want to give Waupun's batting order?
I can do that. We are going to be led off by Emmett Hull. He's going to be playing third base. Mason Holtz pitching today. Evan Sauer hitting third. He's at shortstop. Chase Beam catching. Will be hitting in the cleanup spot. Jake Krieger at first base. He's just flipping with Holtz today. Otherwise, the lineup remains the same. Krieger hitting 5. Ethan Cunningham in the 6th hole, playing right field. Brian Ferris in center field. And Landon Richter at second base. He'll be hitting in the 8 hole. And Brady White playing left field will be hitting 9 for Waupun.
Take a look at the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers and what they are doing here defensively in the ball game. Jeff Freund will be on the mound, 5-0 on the season with a .216 ERA. So that's a nice low one. That's definitely their ace this Legion season. Brad Wendorf behind home plate. Carson Franke is the first baseman. Boston Damon at second base. Jake Julka is the shortstop. Braden Strakota, he is over at third base. Left to right in their outfield, Ben DeMaster, Kyler Keel, and Jarek Westover. And that is the starting lineup. We're going to take a break right now and come back with the beginning of today's game, Waupun against Beaver Dam on RP Sports.
Wisconsin summer. You know, at some point you'll be saying, "Turn on the AC!
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Soon we'll be in a warm Wisconsin summer. Now is the time to get your maintenance plan to prevent an AC conundrum. Don't forget, we sell and install American Standard furnaces too.
Call 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are ready to bring you some baseball here today, and I love doing Legion tournaments because you get pretty involved. It kind of ties up a whole weekend. You don't know when you're going to be calling games because it depends if you win or lose. You might have to play 4 or 5, 6 games in some of the tournaments to win the tournament, so it makes it pretty exciting. And here we are in the second round of this tournament for the AA Regional American Legion Baseball Tournament here in Beaver Dam. And Beaver Dam on the field first. The home team, and Waupun will be batting first with Emmett Hull coming up. Mason Holtz behind him, and in the hole right now is Evan Sauer.
Yeah, Jeff Freund on the mound, the left-hander, number 20.
Yeah, it's fun listening to the coaches, though. You can tell they're both nervous about it. Bob and Brent for Waupun, and Coach Jelka for Beaver Dam. You want to give me, he said, yeah, I'll give you the starting lineup, just don't show it to them or anything till I give my lineup to us. So I said, fine, I'm just going to go back up and write it down so I'm ready for the game with it. So, yeah, it's top secret stuff for everybody, and a lot at stake with this one, and a lot of pride just because it is Beaver Dam and Waupun, so I'm looking forward. It's always fun. Rivalry games are the best. So here we go, Waupun. The Wild Turkeys. Their given name. I don't know, a few years back when they came up with that one. Had it just post 210, but they're the Wild Turkeys.
I think it was actually designed as a predator, but the kids would tell people it was Wild Turkeys, and it kind of stuck.
Called strike one on the first pitch into Emmett Hull, batting 308 on or 282 on the season.
I actually think the Wild Turkeys came from Kevin DeBoer when he was here, and they had talked about that because, geez, I'm drawing a blank now on his son. Colin had given us that interview during the regular baseball season and had talked about the Legion and the Wild Turkeys because they were such hunters.
Yeah, that's right, they are. DeBoers are big hunters. 0-2 remains the count yet on Emmett.
Brent Ferris coaching first base, Bob Spanbauer at third.
Bob, he tried to act like he was nervous about being the third base coach, but I think he loves it out there. He was a baseball guy, lives and breathes it. Next pitch is down in the dirt, makes the count 1-2.
You were joking yesterday, he had that hot shot down the third that he barehanded, and he showed me his finger last night. It was all black and blue.
Yeah, you got right in there.
You should maybe, he said maybe I shouldn't have fielded that one. It was coming in a little hot. Oh, good pitch.
Oh, that one just bends right in from outside right into over the plate, and watching it go by is Emmett, strike three. I know my grandson learned, well, of course, he just had no time to react, but he had a ball coming, even at 11 and 12 years old. It's dangerous. I remember coaching back in those days and reaching out and grabbing a ball, and all of a sudden, no, shouldn't have did that. But just imagine these high school kids, a little off speed. That's what we heard we're going to see from Jeff Freund. Not maybe an overpowering pitch, but he knows how to change speeds. He's got a great, breaking pitch and curveball. He can just really keep you really off balance up at the plate. Brings the fastball on that one. He catches the outside part of the plate for an 0-2 count.
Some pitchers use the breaking pitch as their main pitch, and they sets up their fastball. They can sneak it in, and then
again, just drops on breaking pitch right in front of the plate, and Mason Holtz fooled by that one. Swings and misses. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, and that'll bring up Evan Sauer.
Wind was blowing out to left center today with pretty good velocity, so you get one up into the jet stream, it can carry.
Up around 81 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get a little warmer, and it's got a big warm stretch coming. I had to get the pool ready at my mom's house, the family pool, so I had to get that done before I came here today, so all the swimmers could go over there and I could come over here and cover the game. And he's got just great control right now of his pitches. Jeff Freund, very impressive so far in this ball game. I tell you, you can do that off-speed stuff and find the strike zone with that curveball. That makes your fastball look even faster. And it swung on and popped up in the infield. Looks like Boston Damon right over at second base is going to haul it in. A couple strikeouts, a pop-up, 3 up, 3 down, and Waupun comes up empty in the top of the first inning. Be back with the bottom of inning number 1 coming your way right after this on RP Sports.
That Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts. All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151, Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy.
And we're back.
Okay, welcome back to Beaver Dam. A couple of lefties battling it out on the mound today for Waupun. They've got Mason Holtz out there, and Mason, again, having a great season for Waupun, post 210. Mason so far on the season 3-0 on the pitcher's mound. So, again, he's really kind of considered the ace of the team and has really been the last couple seasons for Waupun. And looking at Waupun defensively, besides Mason, you got Chase Bean behind home plate. You got Jake Krieger, yesterday's starting pitcher at first base. Landon Richter at second. Evan Sauer, great shortstop for Waupun. Emmett Hull at third base. Brady White in left field. Brian Ferris in center field. And Ethan Cunningham found a nice home out there in right field. It was a great job.
That's a very good outfield for Waupun. It's a good infield as well, but I mean the outfield, when we just talk about them as a unit, they cover a lot of ground. They get great jumps on the ball. Ferris, one of the better center fielders in the area. Ethan Cunningham developed into one of the top right fielders I've seen. Brady White in left. He's shared some time there with Mason Holtz and some of the other guys, but yeah, another guy with a great arm throwing to the plate.
Some pretty hefty batting averages I've seen with post 146 out of Beaver Dam. Jeff Freund will lead off for them. He bats .464 on the season. They got Boston Damon batting second for them, and he is batting a .377. And in the hole is Jarek Westover. And Jarek so far on the season is batting .265. But some guys that can get you some hits. It looked like a lot of extra base hits for them yesterday. Everybody was just getting singles out there, but they had 13 hits in that game against Kewaskum.
It's going to be a little more difficult for Beaver Dam against Mason Holtz. Good tailing fastball, decent curveball.
Pitch, fastball misses high, and pretty good crowd again filling up the bleachers in front of us, and over to the left of us with the Waupun contingent over there. Almost the Beaver Dam people kind of right straight in front of us on the right side of the, from our vantage point right behind them, the bleachers. And that's over towards first base, but it's going to be foul off the bat of Freund.
Post 146 here of Beaver Dam going to get much more fan support than we saw yesterday from the Marauders. They didn't bring a lot of people. They were very quiet, obviously getting beaten up badly, but
you used to think at least mom and dad would come, if nothing else. There'd be parents up there for the kids, but that didn't match up. They didn't have all the parents that make the trip up here to Beaver Dam. Slow roller over towards first base, picked up by Waupun's first baseman Jake Krieger for an easy out. Nice start there defensively for Waupun. Boston Damon comes up to the plate right now, the second baseman. Yeah, just a nice, pleasant, sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky, just that breeze coming in, gusts maybe. We're just guessing because we're all meteorologists now because we have that app on our phone. Maybe 15, 20 mile an hour gusts. Swing and a miss on the first pitch into Damon. Jarek Westover waiting on deck. Brings some heat on the next one. Another swing and a miss.
Holds, he threw a couple out of the zone in the first batter, Freund, but now he looks dialed in on the last few pitches.
It's just going to miss off the plate. Makes the count 1-2.
That's where you want to miss on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah.
That
perfect.
Close.
What happened? Remember Jake yesterday? He went outside when that kid just happened to reach out there and grab and get himself the only hit that they had in the ball game. That's going to miss off the plate too. Makes it a 2-2 count.
Chase Beam trying to steal him a strike there, but he's set up on the outside. We have a great view of it.
Yeah, we're right behind home plate. Perfect.
He's on the outside edge.
Coming inside the next one, but that's going to drop low. From an 0-2 count up to a 3-2 count with one down and nobody on. No score in the ball game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And that has popped up and back and out of play. Like I said, a great vantage point on your National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. Jeff with all those great different angles on the field, outfield, dugouts, right behind home plate, just beautiful. Looks great on there. We saw the what we did yesterday, and that did sound look great. Just the vantage point of the field, and so hopefully you're enjoying the great view at home. And this one in the smack past a diving Evan Sauer out to left field. Good job fighting back was Boston Damon to eventually get himself a single. That'll bring up Jarek Westover, the right fielder, up to bat, left-handed hitter. Westover batting .265, also one of their main pitchers on the team. Yeah, these two teams going to play now, and a good chance they'll probably be playing against each other coming up tomorrow, no matter who wins. Just that somebody's going to have to beat the other one a couple times.
Would have been nice if there was more teams in this to, just changes the entire atmosphere of the tournament. You need more pitching when you have that situation, which Waupun has a lot of depth.
Yeah, that really brings it in. Right. One's going to get past. Catch him back to the fence, and that'll allow the runner to get over to second base.
Mason's got himself in an interesting situation now here with only one out. See if he can get out of this first inning without giving up a run.
Yeah, Beaver Dam would love to see if they get that run across the plate, get that little edge in the ball game with a couple good pitchers going at it. Every run is big. Comes the 1-1 pitch. And it's a called strike. Count is now 1-2. Jeff battling the umbrella. Maybe we could hire one of those guys that's about 7 years old or something. You can put them standing right on that. That'd be just enough weight to keep it from flying around. 1-2 the count. Here is the pitch. was popped in the air out into short right center field. Everybody giving chase right now, and wind blowing it, and then it hits the ground, and everybody's going to be safe. You had 3 guys that had run a long way, plus that ball was blowing from where you thought it was going to go, kind of blowing back towards the right field line out there, and no one gets to it. And now runners at the corners.
Pretty good pitch there by Mason Holtz. Ball just hung off the wind. As he said, blowing towards left center, kind of pushed that ball back, and it was just nobody could get to it. You say, well,
just
somebody call it, but you can't. You can't because you don't know if you can get there. You can't make that call.
Yeah, it went from being kind of right fielder's ball to maybe second baseman's ball, and kept on pushing out. So it was all of a sudden center fielder's ball, and just kept on pushing it out towards left center. And yeah, perfectly placed ball using the wind to their advantage. Runner advances over to second base, and now they got a couple runners in scoring position. Scoreless ball game so far, but Beaver Dam threatening here in the bottom of the first. Kyler Keel up the bat. Kyler batting .400 on the season.
Important time for Chase Beam to block everything, knock everything down.
The 1-1 pitch, that's down in the dirt, and Chase can't find it, and Mason saw it, sitting right underneath him. That's always the hardest ball to find because you're spinning right there trying to look around to find the ball. They never look at you, have they? The catcher had trouble finding the ball, and
yeah, I don't help them if I'm behind the plate. Sometimes I'll get my feet out of the way if I know it's down there.
Yeah.
Usually the pitcher or the third baseman give your catcher a lot of help in that situation.
This pitch is swung on and fouled out of play over on the right field side. Evens the count now at 2-2. A little infield out right now would be huge for Waupun. Keep those guys right where they're at.
No matter what happens right here is Beaver Dam's getting a victory out of this bottom half of the first just because the pitch count is getting up on Mason.
Yeah, that's true. Waupun can return the favor and put a lot of pitches on Freund in the top of the second inning. Back to a 3-2 count again. Nail-biting time. You don't want to dig yourself a little hole in the beginning. Like I said, with 2 good pitchers going at it. And this is hit out towards right field. Coming in strong is Cunningham. And because he catches it, they're going to throw to second. And they're going to get the double play. Beautiful job by Ethan Cunningham to get the ball in. Throws it in. And then they catch the runner from second base way off the base. They get the double play. And Beaver Dam comes up empty in the inning. And scoreless game going into the top of the second inning. Back after this with the top of the second on RP Sports.
Strong.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Huge play there for Waupun, shutting the door on Beaver Dam. They had 1 out, runners at second and third, hit a little kind of line drive out towards right field, and a nice job by Ethan Cunningham to come in strong, and they told him where to throw it in there. They got it in, and a runner on second way off the base, and they throw it there for the force out to get the double play and end the inning. It was a huge out there for the Warriors, or for post 210.
Yeah, huge out, and also kind of got Mason Holtz out of the high pitch count. He's starting to get up there in the pitch count, and double play like that might have saved him 10 or 12 pitches in that inning.
Okay, number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order coming up for the Wild Turkeys. Chase Beam starting things out. Jake Krieger is awaiting on deck, and Ethan Cunningham will be up after that. Called strike on the first pitch into Chase. And again, just what we've seen from Jeff Freund and what I heard earlier is exactly what we're seeing. Some off-speed stuff. He's great control of his curveball, a breaking pitch, and knows when to bring the fastball in there too. 1-1 the count now on Chase.
You may be able to hear that wind noise on our mics, even though we have wind guards on. That's how strong it is coming from our backs.
Chase offers on the next pitch. Foul. Count is now 1-2. Chase being 463 on the season so far in that cleanup spot.
Chase with some power. He can hit the off fields. Gap type of hitters can get doubles.
And chops that over towards third base, and a nice job by the third baseman, Strakota, to get it and throw a strike to first just in time to get the out. You kind of hope when you're, as a Waupun fan, that was going to take some weird bounce off from that on this real dirt that they have here, but kind of stayed low, but a good job by Strakota over there to reach down and grab it and get the out just in time at first.
Pretty good job on the other end, too, at first base with a long stretch. Able to keep his toe on the bag.
That'll bring up Jake Krieger to the plate. Jake batting .273 on the season. Having a nice game yesterday, getting on a few times, getting a base hit in the game, besides his great pitching performance.
Jake put a charge into one yesterday that just carried into the valley out there, left center.
Yeah, big strong guy up there. Beam up, and then you get Krieger after that, and he drills one out to left center field. That's going to drop in for Waupun's first base hit, first base runner of the game. A one-out single off the bat of Jake Krieger. Stroke that one nice. And a rope out to the left center field, and that'll bring up Ethan Cunningham. Ethan so far in the season batting .314.
Very good numbers for Ethan. Another guy that can hit for a little power.
Yeah, strong kid, just good hard base runner out there. He's definitely got some wheels. Next pitch is going to miss just inside. Be close on that fastball by Freund.
Yeah, a little shake of his head, a little kind of a turn of his head. Looked like a puppy out there looking at you and wanted a treat. Like, give me that one.
Next pitch is obviously low and makes it a 3-0 count. So Waupun again threatening another base runner on with a 3-0 count to Cunningham. Runner at first. No score in the game. And misses high, 4 straight balls. So just something just out of the blue comes up and ends up walking a guy in 4 straight pitches. Just expect to see that out of Freund. Runners at first and second base with Bryant Ferris coming up.
And again, going from the stretch changes things. Some pitchers do it better than others.
Fastball is going to miss high. I want to thank our friends over at American Legion Post 210. Not only a great supporter of just the baseball team here, but also supporting bringing you these games. One of our advertisers. Glad to have them on board. We want to thank them for their service and all they do still around the community. A strike on the next pitch. We've got a great place to go there. If you are a veteran and you're not all signed up, be part of that. It's a nice group. They do a lot of good things for the community. Swing and a miss on the next pitch in. And they got that great little hall that we've been in before down by the bar area. If you want to rent that out for a little birthday party or something, a little gathering, you can do that. And also you got the nice bar there that has food. Ooh, swing and a miss on the next pitch in to Bryant Ferris. He goes down swinging. So again, thanks to American Legion Post 210 for all you do in the community and for supporting our video streaming here today on Radio Plus.
Legion Bar, kind of a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, you kind of forget about it sometimes. You just don't see it because it's almost 2 blocks off from Main Street. Just go down State Street to the north. And
what's really nice is if you want to go there with a few friends and be able to talk, it's always nice. It's fairly quiet.
Nice little curveball that starts high and away and then comes right down through the strike zone. No offer on that pitch by Landon Richter.
That was a beauty.
That was
good breaking pitch.
This is a little all blue, but it's going to just hold up and be caught by the first baseman. So Beaver Dam also escapes after letting a couple of runners on, but Waupun does get their first base hit of the ball game and also a walk. But they come up empty after 1.5 innings. It's 0-0 in the game against Beaver Dam, and their half of inning number 2 coming up after this on RP Sports.
Cast is brought to you in part by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street, Waupun, to talk about a great event coming up here. Andy, talk about the next meat raffle and who it benefits.
That's right. We're going to do a special event meat raffle. We usually don't do them until we pick them up again in fall, but we're going to bring one out August 4th, Sunday afternoon, looking at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to do a meat raffle that's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So the fine folks from Make-A-Wish asked us to do one, so we're going to do a special event one on August 4th at 2 p.m.
All right, so when people come in, what do they expect that day?
You can expect we'll run some drink specials, and of course, and we're going to sell some meat, some paddles, and have a lot of fun. We have to spin a prize wheel and do a 50-50 along with it, all for the benefit of the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
All right, talk about some of the great things going on here throughout the week here, Andy.
Hey, we got specials going on all day, every day during the week. Mondays is all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4 p.m. Thursdays is burger day. Friday is fish all day, of course, open to close. Saturday is appetizer specials. And Sunday, of course, we're back to wings, and we do it all over again.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street, Waupun.
Shop. Okay, we are back in Beaver Dam Waupun. Finally get some base runners on with a base hit. They had a walk, but they didn't get any further than first and second base. So Waupun comes up empty after an inning and a half. Scoreless ball game here in Beaver Dam. And coming up this inning for Beaver Dam, post 148. Jake Julka will start things out number 5 in the batting order, followed by Braden Strakota and Carson Franke. One hits the dirt and bounces up. Julka so far in the season batting .351. Right-handed batter. And nice and comfortable. Not only it's nice being in the shade, just makes it kind of a comfortable day to be outside. There's so many good days in Wisconsin. Swing and a miss on the next pitch in.
Like next week could be one of the warmer weeks of the summer so far.
Yeah.
A little higher temperatures, more humidity on the way.
Yeah, we had a little stretch about 3 weeks ago or so where we had a bunch of checking to see if he went, and they say no.
It looked like a strike on the pitch.
Huh.
Very good pitch there.
Puts the count now at 2-1 to Julka. There's some heat high in the zone. Gets the call, no offer. Puts the count at 2-2. Yeah, Waupun takes care of business here in this ball game. Then we would have the rest of the day off. Slow little bouncer up the line. That's going to stay in fair territory. And Emmett Hull throws the first in time to get the out. Big time throw by Emmett Hull. A long way to run, over halfway up the line to get it. Little sidearm throw over to first base on a rope, and they get him just before he touches the base. Big out there for Waupun.
I thought maybe off the bat it was going to roll foul, but it just stayed the same distance from the foul line. Good play by Emmett to go in, charge hard.
Yeah, he charged hard anyway. That was good. Nice play. A couple nice plays here.
No
Seen
time.
Waupun play.
No time to set his feet or anything either,
No.
as you described it, the old cross-body whip.
Brings up Braden Strakota up to bat. 244 on the season, called strike on the next pitch in, 1-1 the count.
If we were watching an MLB game, the manager would be holding his hand up there asking for a review of that one at first. It was so close.
Yeah, he's a little off that one, and that fools Strakota. Swing and a miss, chases it. Count is now 1-2. This is high on the next pitch. Yeah, Mason kind of going to a lot of deep counts that he's got to go into 3-2 counts and 2-2 counts and throwing a lot of pitches so far. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Out of play. I'm still debating. I might think about going to see Lou Graham play, the head singer for Foreigner, the original head singer, and wrote a lot of the songs for group Foreigner, one of my favorite groups in the 70s. He's playing over at the Thelma Center for the Arts from 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock tonight. Free concert out on the street on Sheboygan Street. Ooh, strike three, going down looking. Fooling the batter's Dakota on that one. Watches it go by right about knee level. So that'll bring up Carson Franke, first baseman.
I'm assuming you're counting on Waupun winning, so we're free at 7.
That's what I said. If that's all in the plans. I mentioned that before. If we need a win, so I mentioned that.
So you can go hear some classic 70s rock and roll.
I can sing every song out there, but I won't because they're not there to hear me sing. So
you wouldn't be the only one singing in the crowd.
Yeah, I love that when you get those groups and everybody in the crowd knows every word to it. Even some of the young people know the words to it. It always amazes me. But a lot of kids that get stuck in the car with their dad that's cranking up the 70s in the car. So my kids took me to a ZZ Top concert. They got me tickets to go see Steve Miller over in Madison once. Because they know those songs. They heard them all the time. They sentenced to long rides listening to that. Nice job there by Mason Holtz. 1-2-3 inning. A couple strikeouts. Nobody reaches. That great play by Emmett Hull keeps the game at 0-0 after 2 complete. Back with the top of the third right after this on RP Sports.
This week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $2.49 per pound. Country Hearth split top bread. Buy one, get one free. Kemp's Ice Cream, $3.99 with your card. Deals on 7-Up, RC Cola, or Dr. Pepper all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. And a reminder to shop cattails connected to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly on Gateway Drive in Waupun. Shop the pig all this week for great deals.
Every beginning starts with a breath. When buying or selling a home, it's easy to forget to take one. Brookborn and Rock River Realty can guide your next real estate venture without the worry. Home markets are changing, and Brookborn meets the market with only a 2.5% commission. It's true, 2.5%. Save the stress when you work with the best. Contact Brookborn at 920-251-0500 or email brookborn@rockriverrealty.org.
We asked for ZZ Top, and we got it. Mentioned that I listened to ZZ Top. Yeah, little sharp dressed man, more of their 80s stuff. I'm more of an early ZZ Top type of guy. But yeah, Waupun with a great play there by Emmett Hull to get that first out. And then Mason Holtz took over from there, getting a couple strikeouts. Great job pitching, and stuck at 0 right now, going into the top of the third inning.
Gives us Brady White coming to play. We're just going to call Brady the leadoff hitter.
Were they dancing in the? Yeah, Brady White coming up first after that. Emmett Hull and Mason Holtz. 2 guys at the top of the order after this. Brady White getting on base all 3 times. Got a base hit, a couple walks, scored 3 times for Waupun. But definitely a different game for both of these teams. It's going to be a battle. Staying low on that one. Fouls it for another strike, makes the count 1-1. One catching the zone and no. Offer on that one from Brady White. Jeff Freund, a nice pitcher, great location pitcher.
Yes.
He's got some junk. He's
great
fun to
curveball.
watch. Yeah. Comes at him with a fastball on that one. A swing and a miss for strikeout on Brady White. Kind of coming low and inside on him a little bit. Trying to fight it off, and a swing and a miss. So Emmett Hull coming up for Waupun. Went down looking, strikeout victim. Mason Holtz awaiting on deck. See what happens in this game. Whatever it is going to probably be dramatic. Could be a pitch count that knocks a pitcher out of the game and somebody else comes in. Something big is going to happen to decide this game. It's going to miss down and into the dirt. 1-1 the count now on Emmett.
Yeah, the first pitch to Emmett there, amazing curveball, backdoored him.
Yeah, he's done that quite a few times with the right-handed hitters here, being a lefty up there, brings that outside. Curves it right into the zone to a lot of success so far for Freund on that. 2-1 the count now to Emmett Hull. Scoreless ball game here in Beaver Dam. Called strike on the next one. He does a great job setting up that fastball when he brings it in. You're not quite ready for it.
Sneaky fast.
2-2 pitch. Hitting the arrow towards right field. Drifting over there is Jarek Westover to get it in fair play for out number 2 for Waupun. So 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Mason Holtz. That's a guy that can spray that ball anywhere on the field. Likes to go opposite field a lot. And had a good game yesterday, getting himself 3 hits in that game yesterday. Pitch in, fastball misses low for ball 1. Freund's next pitch, kind of low, but it's going to get chopped over towards second base. Boston Damon picks it up, across his body to first to get the out. Quiet inning there for Waupun. Nobody reaches, nobody scores, and after 2.5, no score in the ball game. Beaver Dam comes up right after this on RP Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Every beginning starts with a breath. When buying or selling a home, it's easy to forget to take one. Brooke Bourne and Rock River Realty can guide your next real estate venture without the worry. Home markets are changing, and Brooke Bourne meets the market with only a 2.5% commission. It's true, 2.5%. Save the stress when you work with the best. Contact Brooke Bourne at 920-251-0500 or email brookebourne@rockriverrealty.org.
You know when planting season arrives.
You're back now.
Okay, here we go. 2.5 innings in, no score in the game yet. 2 hits for Beaver Dam, 1 for Waupun. Mason Holt still on the mound for post 210. A little message from one of the guys that are down there in the PA announcing area. And they said there's a good chance, instead of the games being at 4 o'clock and then possibly 7 o'clock tomorrow, a good chance they move the game tomorrow to 1 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock due to the possibility of some bad weather later in the day. So that's a little thing we'll kind of keep up with. Thanks to Jared for doing that. Used to work with him back in the day when I did a few games for the Beaver Dam station. He was a board op. Kind of doing some of the score keeping right now.
See if that'll work for a little bit.
Mason still finishing his warm-up pitches. He's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order coming up for Beaver Dam. Brad Wendorf, followed by Ben DeMaster, going back to the top of the order with Jeff Freund after that.
Holt's only 1 over the allotted amount of hitters because he got out of that first inning with the double play.
Wendorf batting .259 on the season for Beaver Dam. High heat swing and a foul back into the glove for strike 1. Yeah, we had a nice time with hanging out. We got a nice fish meal yesterday with one of our sponsors and advertisers over at the other bar. Quick service there too. I mean, we got a nice spot right away, right at the bar. They were there right away getting us some refreshments and getting our order, and that didn't take too long to get some pretty delicious fish yesterday. That was great. Some more high heat. Same result. And we had that meeting with the parents and coaches meeting after that over at the Hill. So we had to stop over there and discuss things with the game, which it was a good time. And thanks to the parents for not letting us ever go hydrated at the game. We did not leave dehydrated at the game or at the post game that we went to.
Just good people, all around good people.
Good time.
Wow,
Nice job working that high area of the zone, maybe just out of the zone, and swing and a miss on that last pitch into Wendorf. He goes down. Strikeout victim, Ben DeMaster, coming up.
Wendorf chased 2 pitches out of the zone. The first pitch was up high fastball that he went after, and that pitch as well out of the zone.
3 strikeouts in the ball game for Mason Holtz. Don't forget, coming up over at the Hour Bar, another one of our great sponsors right on Main Street in Waupun. They have their meat raffle going on. I believe that's at 11 o'clock, and that will be again coming up this Sunday.
I don't know a lot about how those work. I thought someone told me that you have to purchase your tickets before 11, so I don't know if that's how that works or not.
Probably, it could be.
And then the events take place from that point.
Yeah, I had a text from Tana, one of the owners. And no real information. Just 11 a.m. they have. That might mean when they do the drawing. I mean, they definitely, unless there's some festivities to go with before they do it. One's fouled off, the next pitch in. 2-2 the count.
Be nice if they had a watch party there right now and they could text us and give us some more of that information. Huh?
Yeah, we encourage that, and maybe they are. Maybe they are one of the computers logged into that right now, especially if you're hopped on board as a sponsor. Definitely throw it on. I know they can do that there and have done that in the past. Same with the other bar. Legion Bar has done that before. I remember getting a bunch of pictures from Kevin Holman, our super fan from the past, and show like a bunch of like 25, 30 people that were over at the Legion Bar that were watching the game there and cheering on the team.
Yeah, those are always good times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And a swing and a miss on the next pitch. And so 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Yeah, when we see the number of people that are logged on as far as computers, that's just the computers logged on, and who knows, you might have a watch party at a bar someplace with 30 people on that, so you don't know the exact number, but get a little feel for it. Some people just watching right on their TVs at home. Feet up on the recliner right now, watching a little baseball, just as you would a Brewer game. Let's go back to the top of the order with Jeff Freund up to bat.
That is 4 straight strikeouts for Mason Holtz over the last 2 innings. 1 looking and 3 swinging strikeouts.
Freund grounded out to first base back in the first inning. A little high and tight in the next pitch in. 2-0 the count now to Freund with Boston Damon waiting on deck. Nice little pitch there. It drops into the strike zone for a called strike. 2-1 the count.
See if I can hear what the pitch count is for Holtz at the end of this inning.
Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday. You may take your headset off the one ear or something, because I'm usually talking at that time. So, chopper and foul over on the third base side. Two the count with 2 down, nobody on, scoreless ball game. Again, Stephen Randy here bringing you the game, and Jeff Sauer bringing you the video streaming. In our broadcast booth, brought to you by National Exchange Bank and Trust on Main Street in Waupun. Perfect place to call a game from, right behind home plate. Great view of the entire field from here. This one's down in the dirt, puts it at a 3-2 count.
Classic job there by Chase Beam, just dropping down, dropping the glove, blocking everything. Nobody on base, but you just keep working those skills when you do need it.
He's going to miss high and tight, loses him, so a 2-out walk issued to Freund. Puts a runner at first base. That'll bring Boston Damon up, had a single, and got to third base back in the first inning. Got stranded there, though. Yeah, Legion baseball. I love Legion. Just there is a different feel in the air when you do a Legion game, and a great tradition in both these communities of Legion baseball. I remember as a kid when they'd bring the football bleachers that they had at the time and bring those to watch the games back in the mid-'70s and early '70s. People would fill those bleachers in that much seating room, and they were vocal. They were fun for the Legion games. It's like a rich tradition of Legion ball in both of these towns. Snap throw over to first base, not in time. 1-1 the count now to Boston Damon. Jarek Westover awaiting on deck.
Rick Bloom is the regional director, I believe is his title for American Legion Baseball. He was in Waupun last weekend. He was over in Waupun last weekend for the 17U and watching and kind of taking care of checking birth certificates and all that stuff, and he was asking me about a lot of, he knew the history of Waupun coaches and asking me about guys from the past that I had even forgotten were coaches, and asked me about Dennis Vandenbush, was he still around, and these guys he knew from probably back when maybe he played some rock ball or something. I don't know what his whole history was, but he knew the coaches, the Legion coaches, and
Her fastball missing high.
Kind of fun to speak with him, and he was bringing up names I had even forgotten about.
Remember all the names of the people? Of course, Judge Schlevy was that's why the field's named after him.
Nolan Schmidt and Spanbauer, obviously, and
thank you.
Denny Vandenbush.
There's one's going to drop in for a strike. Count is now 3-2.
He remembered some of the old players too. He was asking me, remember, what was a big lefty named Peterson?
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, Jim Peterson.
People remember Mark Lumens also. The guy with the red hair. And walk, they say, inside into Boston Damon. I talked to another one of the ex-coaches the other day watching some 3-year-old girls softball. And that was Buzz Nickel. Used to help coach the team, and so did Corey Garrettson. Helped coach, I believe, with the Legion team.
Yeah, Eric Bloom asked me about him as well. Yeah, that was the name I brought up. Buzz Nickel and Pat Nickel, both coaches in Waupun at one time.
Left-handed hitter Jarek Westover to the plate now. He had a single back in the first inning, and he's the guy that got thrown out. As he got a little too far off second base with that catch out right field by Cunningham, and he got thrown out to get the third out and end the threat.
Mason cannot find a strike right now. There we go.
It's a nice little spot, and no offer on that one from Westover. Puts the count at 1-1.
Outside half, keeping it away. Hard to do much damage for a hitter on that pitch.
Curveball breaking pitch coming in there, and that is swung on but fouled over on the first base side.
Steve, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but we got some comment right now in the YouTube chat, which is always great to have fans involved.
Oh, okay. Chris Krieger. So they're on their way after watching two granddaughters' softball games in Appleton, and thanks us for what we're doing here. Chris, I don't want to date Chris at all, but my former babysitter also, back in the day. Swing and a miss. Nice little nasty pitch there for Waupun's Mason Holtz to get that third out and keep those runners on the bases. So 2 runners stranded, a couple of walks, a couple 3 strikeouts in that inning. And Waupun and Beaver Dam are still stuck at 0-0. Back with the top of the 4th after this.
Is everything. That's why you need a planter that's ready to strike when the conditions are right. Massey Ferguson planters are part of a long tradition of accurate planting with minimal downtime and required maintenance. It's a combination of precision, dependability, and performance worthy of the Massey Ferguson name and worthy of your farm. Stop by Waupun Equipment today or visit www.masseyferguson.us to learn more.
A warm and humid Wisconsin summer. You know, at some point you'll be saying, "Turn on the AC!" Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Soon we'll be in a warm Wisconsin summer. Now is the time to get your maintenance plan to prevent an AC conundrum. Don't forget, we sell and install American Standard furnaces too.
Call 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
You work hard.
Okay, we are back here at Beaver Dam. Steve Witterhack with you. Randy Armgood joining me here this afternoon. Finally got him out from behind the plate and out in the bases and doing all the umpire. How many games did you do, just like during the Legion season? Or maybe baseball games altogether, did you officiate?
You know, I don't actually keep track. I guess I have it all down, but I could figure it out. I would say maybe middle 20s, 25-ish, I would guess.
During the Legion season?
Yeah,
okay.
Probably about that. You know, counting tournaments. There was a Junior Legion tournament early. There was a Varsity Legion tournament early. And then Waupun hosted the 17Us last week. I had 7 games alone in that tournament.
Multi-talented. Also had to you do some of the softball too, right, Randy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They didn't have as many home games this year. I think they were having a hard time. Last I had talked to this Coach Stanky, they were having a hard time finding people to play on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, numbers went down in Legion.
Yes,
Legion softball
dropped,
teams
yes.
too. There's not as many as the initial year from last year, so it's wavering right now. What's going to happen with that? There's a lot of club teams out there, and that's really big in girls softball.
The doubleheader Legion game I was scheduled to do was rained out, so we didn't have that game. That was at Waupun on a Wednesday. But yeah, I don't know if they even played any home games. There was not any scheduled early.
A great pitch there, and Sauer chases again, swings and misses, makes it count 1-2. And Evan Sauer leading things off. Chase Beam after that. Jake Krieger in the hole now for post 210. And a hard hit ball. That's going to get out to left field. A nice job there by Evan Sauer. That's going to get past and through right field and I should say left fielder and center field out there out to the fence. Nice job. Sauer hit that ball hard, and those guys weren't expecting it to get that much on it and made it all the way out to the fence. Gets himself a leadoff double for Waupun. Nice start. Only the second base hit for the Wild Turkeys.
The only other player for Waupun to ever be on second base was Jake Krieger. That was back in the second inning. So.
Chase Beam coming up to bat, grounded out over to third base back in the second inning. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen to decide this ball game, but a great battle between some really nice pitchers out there for both teams. A couple good lefties going at it. This is hit high in the air out towards center field and backing up towards the fence, and that is out of here. A 2-run shot for Chase Beam. Straight away center field of Waupun. Like I just said, something dramatic's going to happen. And Beam comes up and cranks a 2-run shot out to center field. Waupun leads this game 2-0.
No doubt about that one.
Wow.
Straight away. Got a little boost from the wind,
Yeah,
but
you get the,
well
the
hit.
jet stream. You add that in there, and one way or another, that's going to drop either right by the fence, but that wind just took it right out of the park. Big shot there. A nice strong shot by Chase Beam, getting a 2-run shot, and that's first runs on the board for either team. Waupun leads 2-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
Only the second and third hit for Waupun in the game, both coming there. Evan Sauer and then Beam with the blast.
Boys give a nice little celebration in the dugout.
I love it. I'm just getting lucky with the shots today.
They don't do anything like the pro teams do, where they kind of go up towards the camera and do that little thing.
I don't know if they know it as much. The girls, when we do the girls, they do it because they know it's there a lot, but not as much the guys.
Chopped over towards third base, picked up by the third baseman, and play over to first. Nice play. Not an easy ball always to handle over there, but Strakota took care of it and got the out at first. So Jake Krieger retired. That's just the first out for Waupun. That'll bring up Ethan Cunningham. Brian Ferris awaiting on deck.
Yeah, just like that, Waupun starting to put some balls in play.
Fun watching some of these guys from Waupun. You could Beam up there. I mean, it's hard to believe he's only going to be a junior coming up for the sixth school year. He's a full-grown man, and got to put the charge in the ball to put Waupun up 2-0.
Yeah, his future is very bright. He's really come as a catcher, I think, this year. Good receiver now. He really understands the game more and how to manage a game from the catcher position much more than he did as a freshman. I think he really had a nice sophomore year, and he's had a good good Legion season, and yeah, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be able to hit a number of home runs before his career is over.
2-2 count now to Cunningham, and he puts a charge in the ball out towards left field, and going back, and a nice little catch over the shoulder by Ben DeMaster out there. Slick little play out there, and hauls it in. Not an easy play, but he made it look easy. And a well-hit ball off the bat of Cunningham, but it's a better catch on the other end of it by Ben DeMaster.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 5, Brian Ferris.
As I said, this is 4 guys in a row, starting with Evan Sauer, that have hit the ball squarely.
Yeah, that's definitely showing you something right now. Waupun's getting their second look at the pitch now with Jeff Freund up there. And
I mean, Krieger hit a ball hard to third, and then Cunningham there jumping on one hard.
Yeah, definitely putting it in play. Krieger's chopper over there to third base, and the other hard hits out. Just guys right on him. Next pitch into Brian Ferris, misses inside, low. Brian's last plate appearance back in the second inning, struck out. Top of the fourth, Waupun leading 2-0 on your strike call as Brian had already thrown his bat over towards on deck circle, so makes it a 3-1 count.
He kind of skipped back out of the way, thinking that pitch was inside.
Timeout called by
Brian. Yeah, he needs to get in now. He doesn't want to. You don't want the perception of being showing up an umpire. So there's ball 4.
Okay, that one kind of easy for him on that one. Bounces in there, and walk issue to Brian Ferris. So runner at first base. Got 2 down, 2 runs in the inning, a 2-0 lead for post 210. Top of the 4th inning. Bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth right behind home plate on top of the bleachers. Hope you're enjoying all the great shots that Jeff's providing here. Some nice reactions in the dugout from the kids after a home run, and makes it kind of fun. This is hit out towards right field, but good job getting over there in a hurry. Jarek Westover gets there in time to get the up and out before the damage is done. That leadoff double by Evan Sauer. After that, a 2-run home run from Chase Beam. Waupun leads this game 2-0 after 3.5 innings. We'll see what Beaver Dam does to answer coming up here in the bottom of the 4th right after this on RP Sports.
Family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Welcome back to Beaver Dam. Waupun again getting 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning, leading this game 2-0. And coming up for Beaver Dam here in the bottom of the 4th inning, number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order, starting with Kyler Keel. After that, Jake Julka. Kyler's the guy that hit that ball out to right field that was caught by Ethan Cunningham, and he threw it in to get that double play over at second base. And then the threat for Beaver Dam back in the 1st inning. Pitch is going to miss high. 2-0 the count.
Just an excellent job by both pitchers in this game. Holtz has only given up 2 hits and only 3 for Freund, one of those being the big 2-run blast.
Strike on the next pitch in, no offer from Keel. Now we're going to work on getting the radio stuff done. Maybe I'm not sure if Nick can help us out with that, but we'll try to get a hold of him again today. I don't like to bug him on his vacation, but let's see if we can get that out. If Waupun would happen to make it to state, we'll definitely have games on the radio. And we'll chop over the pitcher's head, but right behind him, Evan Sauer grabs it and throws a strike to first to get the out. So that's 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up Jake Jelka, the shortstop. Grounded out over to third base. That was that nice play that they had with Emmett Hull, running up the baseline to get that one. It was rolling up there and throws it over halfway up the baseline and gets that out just in time at first. One stays high, and the first pitch into Jelka.
Another curveball, but didn't pull down quite enough on that pitch.
He's popped out towards right field, and Cunningham steps back a few steps and hauls it in for the out. 2 up and 2 down. And Braden Strakota coming up. Went down looking, one of those first of those 4 strikeouts in a row that Mason Holtz had. His last at bat.
Cunningham, he's so casual out there. He always worries me. Like, did he see it good off the bat? Is he? No, he's just gonna kind of glide underneath it, make it easy.
First pitch fouled off for an 0-1 count. Yeah, some kids do that out there, and you know darn well it's some of them was plays where they have to run quite a ways. They make it look easy, just drift over there, and I thought it wasn't as easy as he made it look. Especially this wind, that adds a whole other degree of difficulty in what they need to do out there. I messed Waupun up earlier in the ball game. Ball that probably normally on a non-windy day probably would have been hauled in. Next pitch swung on and fouled back. 1-2 the count now to Braden Strakota.
Another good curveball there, breaking pitch from Holtz. Mason's career will be done after this, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's
too old to come back. Too old
to come back. That's what I was not. They weren't positive. I know Evan Sauer, they said, is young enough that he could have that super bonus year. I certainly hope he would consider it. I don't know what his future holds, but you get a chance to do this, you should do it, because it's only once in a lifetime.
Absolutely. And that's what Caleb did, and you guys saw him when he was playing. And
yeah, he had a heck of what a great comeback year he had. Oh, swing and a miss, but great job again, Mason, getting a strikeout, fly out, a ground out in there, 1-2-3 inning, and Waupun hangs on to a 2-0 lead going into the top of inning number 5. We'll have that for you right after this on RP Sports.
Know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151 Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy 4 generations strong.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
If you're looking
we go. Waupun now with a 2-0 lead going into the top of inning at number 5. Jeff, Jeff's almost ready to do a little Mary Poppins on us here and take off with an umbrella up in the air. Yeah, you just wind is definitely picking up. Up first for Waupun is Brady White. Struck out back in the 3rd inning.
Brady led off the 3rd. Struck out swinging.
He's going to curve and miss low and inside. Makes it count 2-1. You know both of these officials that we got here today? I mean, I know.
I do.
Yeah.
Kevin Schultz on the plate. He actually had the plate for Waupun's game yesterday. And then Tim Halderman out on the bases.
Yeah, he's the king of Waterloo. Going down looking on the last pitch into Brady White. He goes down, strikeout victim again. In the ball game, that'll bring up Emmett Hull, who struck out and has flown out so far in the game.
Brady knew that one too. No, he just shook his head and said, "Yeah, I got fooled on the curveball."
Strike on the first pitch into Emmett.
Pretty sure Kevin Schultz was on the crew with my son Austin when they did sectional high school baseball.
This one's head out towards right center field. It's going to drop in for a 1-out hit off the bat of Emmett Hull. Little job kind of slicing it over in that direction. A perfect spot to put it out in right center for a 1-out base hit. First hit of the game for Emmett Hull.
It was a nice job by Tyler Keel getting over there and cutting it off. It could have got by and been a possible double or triple.
Mason Holtz coming up now with a strikeout and a ground out, called strike on the first pitch into him. And bunts it right back over to Jeff Freund, just trying to move the runner over, and does that successfully. And Emmett Hull moves over to second base. And that'll bring up Evan Sauer. And that laser beam double back in the 4th inning, and then got hit home by Chase Beam with a 2-run home run. Get Evan to do that again right now. Definitely bring that run in from second base. And it's a hard ball out towards left field, and hauling it in over his head again is Ben DeMaster. Played that one perfectly. Not always easy. Line drives right at you, but he just backed up a few steps, caught it above his head, and hauls it in. Contact by Sauer on that one, but Waupun does come up empty in the inning. Still a 2-0 lead for post 210. Beaver Dam comes up next for the bottom half of inning number 5 on RP Sports.
Take care of your tree needs. Call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Welcome back to Beaver Dam. Again, Waupun leading 2-0, coming up empty in the top of the 5th inning. And Beaver Dam will bring number 7, 8, 9 in the batting order to get things going here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But yeah, Mason Holtz definitely in a pretty good groove right now after not a bad start. He did give up a couple hits in that first inning, but man, he's just been on a roll right now. Strikeouts, easy outs for the defense, and looking pretty solid right now.
Yeah, the only 2 hits in the game, both came in that first inning. Getting some strikeouts. Almost went down on the mound there, slipped on that last pitch of his warm-up, and that's a very, very steep mound.
It does seem like it. When I saw that from the side, I thought that's not the regular form. It's not a gradual.
It's not feathered like a normal mound would be. It goes down sharply and then flattens out as it gets out onto the circle. But yeah, it's very, very steep around the pitcher's plate.
That's got to be a hard thing to get a mound just where it needs to be. You got to have somebody who knows what they're doing out there to build a mound and make it just like it's supposed to be.
It's all in the the rules exactly how they have to be, how high it is above the plate.
Have you ever, as an official, gone out to have to measure one? Did anybody ever question that?
No, because there's nothing you can do about it. If it's you have to play on it at that point. You're supposed to report that then. When it would be high school, you'd report it to the WIA, and they would maybe have some consideration for them to change it later. But at the time of a game, it just stays. But yeah, rubber is only supposed to be 10 inches higher in elevation than the plate. This one here looks.
That's got to be a foot.
It does look more than 10 inches.
1-2 pitch, swung on and also fouled, backing out of play off the bat of Carson Franke. Brad Wendorf awaiting on deck.
May be just deceptive because of the sharp angle. It's only about 3 feet around the plate, and then it drops off quickly.
Yeah, situation here for day 2 of the regional AA tournament here in Beaver Dam. This is the first game of the day with the 2 teams that won yesterday, Beaver Dam and Waupun playing. You win the game, you don't play till tomorrow. You lose the game, maybe playing at 7 o'clock tonight. Playing the winner of the elimination game that's coming up between Kewaskum and Port Washington at 4 o'clock today. Loser is done in that next game, and the winner goes on to take on the loser of this game. And tomorrow they're talking about it's supposed to be 4 o'clock and a possible 7 o'clock game if you need to have it. But they're looking at maybe moving those up because of the rain chances tomorrow to maybe a 1 o'clock start for that first game. That's the text that I had gotten from one of the people around where the tournament directors are sitting in that area. So we'll see. Yeah, rain in the forecast after a couple really beautiful days. The pitch fouled back and out of play, keeps the count at 2-2.
That one went almost into the restroom. Nice facilities they have here now.
Yeah, they used to just have like one porta potty back over here, and that's all they had.
No lights, no bathrooms to speak of, and yeah, things have improved.
Yeah, it's a nice
lower field. They've done some work on the lower JV field. Is nice.
Ooh, nice little pitch, taking a little off, but working low, drops down out of the strike zone. A swing and a miss for Carson Franke. So number 8 in the batting order, Brad Wendorf, steps to the plate. He struck out back in the 3rd inning. I'm not sure. Do you know the days, Jeff, of the tournament, the state tournament at all?
I think they're the same as what's here. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, that's the goal. Definitely an extra day than this.
I did ask Bob Spanbauer. He said it does start on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I was wondering if it could possibly start on Thursday, but
Pitch just swung on and fouled back.
You and I were talking about it, Steve, that it's hard to find information about American Legion baseball on certain. Bob told me you have to actually download an app, and that's where you can access better information. So yeah, you can just.
Well, Bob knows all those people too. You can just call him up. Hey, send me the bracket. What days is this?
Show me. It's definitely Friday. He knew that. Yeah, and whether it's ending on Monday or Tuesday, not sure.
Next one is swung on by Wendorf and fouled back. Count is 1-2. So 1-2 count with 1 down and nobody on. 2-0 lead for Waupun. Don't forget, I think one of our sponsors, American Legion Post 210. And that's a hard hit ball out towards center field. It's going to drop in. And just kind of knowing it was going to drop in, Brian Ferris just comes up, fields the ball. So a 1-out single off the bat of Brad Wendorf. And again, our friends from American Legion Post 210. And then Brent Ferris is going to come out to the mound. I'm not sure if pitching situation, pitching count situation, or just going to talk about some things right now. So next up is Ben DeMaster, number 9 in the batting order, and after that you're going to be facing the top of the order again. But American Legion Post 210, what a bunch of great people that are involved in that. You're looking for new members. The membership definitely has dropped over these last years, kind of an aging bunch here. And don't be afraid being a young person that's done your military time to get involved with that. That's a pretty neat thing to be associated with the American Legion Post. And they do a lot of really great things. We appreciate your service and what you did when you were in the active military, but there's still a lot of things that these guys are doing yet that you could be part of. So be sure to contact them, American Legion Post 210. They'd love to have you. One of our sponsors of Post 210 Baseball. They have been for years.
My father never had anything to do with the Legion until he was probably about 70 years old, I think, when he got active with it, and he was on the color guard, and he did a lot of he was one of those guys frying brats every time you went to the pig and all that.
Yeah,
doing that stuff. But he joined. That became a family to him.
And they also show up at a lot of the veterans' funerals.
Yes.
And, which is just makes it an unbelievable experience when that happens. They just make it so special. Playing taps. They have the 21-gun salute.
Yeah.
2-1 the count now on DeMaster. Ooh, a nasty little pitch and a swing and a miss. That one just dropped right out of the strike zone and down to the dirt, but a big swing by DeMaster. Now a 2-2 count. Nasty little breaking pitch there from Mason. That 2-2 pitch popped in the air, foul territory over on right field side. Cunningham gets over there in a hurry to get it. Throws it in to see if he can maybe double up the runner at first base, but a long way to go for Ethan, but he gets there in a hurry and records another out. 2 outs on the board.
Did not think Ethan Cunningham had a shot at that ball off the bat. Full out. Nice play.
Yeah, he kind of got there in plenty of time. Wasn't like he did it on the dead run or anything. So good reaction time, some good wheels to get over there. And that brings top of the order up with runner at first base and 2 down. Jeff Freund coming up. He has walked, so grounded out in the game so far. Watches ball 1 go by. We kind of got our backs to the umbrella, not realizing what Jeff's battle here with the umbrella back here. But thanks for keeping it up, because we're all underneath this thing. It's
nice breeze and it really with a little bit of shade, right?
Perfectly comfortable, yeah.
Nice breeze until it flips your umbrella upside down.
Oops, there goes Jeff.
It'd have to be a pretty strong wind to lift me up.
Yeah. Like any one of us, you can hang on to us, you're not going to go anywhere. So glad to see there's nobody on top of the roof of Waupun's dugout. That's worried me yesterday. A little worried when you see people on the top of a slanted roof somewhere. So no problems here in Beaver. Well, we saw it yesterday. Just make sure you bite your fingernails just a little bit. 2-2 the count now to Jeff Freund. 2-0 lead for Post 210. This is a double elimination tournament. Whoever loses plays at 7 o'clock tonight. You win. Free pass till tomorrow. This one's on the ground. Sauer gets it on the second. Hop, sets, throws. A bounce over to first hand. No, not in time. Nice play by Evan, but just a little late. Some good speed up the line by Jeff Freund. First batter in the lineup normally. One of your fastest guys on the team, and Freund beats it out.
Yeah, it's got to go down as a base hit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice play on both ends. Good play by Sauer. Excellent dig by Krieger, but not in time. Sauer had to go a long way in the hole there, and he made a good, strong throw.
Did everything just textbook perfect on it. But good speed by Freund. Keeps the inning going here for Beaver Dam here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Trying to make things happen. This is the time to do it for them with number 2 in the batting order, Boston Damon up to bat. He had himself 4 RBIs yesterday in that game. So here's the guy who used to bring in some runs in.
Chase Beam going down low. Putting that leg out, giving the umpire a good view of the strike zone.
This pitch is going to miss low and away. Puts the count at 1-1. So always some tense moments in the ball game. A close ball game is a 2-run lead upon getting both those runs in the top of the 4th inning. That 2-run home run from Chase Beam.
Wind is picking up again, too. Could give it a little extra boost on a fly ball to left.
This pitch is going to stay high. Count is now 2-1. It's nice entering the day being the 2-0 team, and whoever you play is going to have to beat you twice. So that's what's at stake in this ball game, and a chance to go to the state tournament over at West Salem coming up next week, Friday. On the ground over to Evan that bounces over the top of his glove, and they're going to try to, look at these.
Sailed it.
Jeez. They did sail it, and now the run is going to come in on another bad throw, and boy, it's Waupun just all of a sudden a bunch of lapses defensively. Someone hopped over the glove of Evan Hull to go out, and then they throw it way over the catcher's head to try to make a play on home plate. And then another bad throw that didn't really turn into anything, but man, just a run comes in, and you get the tying run now standing at third base for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, there was a tough hop there for Emmett. That thing skipped up and over his glove. I think I'm going to score that as a base hit because I don't know how he makes that play.
No, he just stuck his glove out where it would have on a true bounce like in Waupun would have been right in his glove.
And I watched that during warm-ups here when the coaches were hitting fungal. There was some bad hops on this field. There's definitely some spots. Ball takes a sharp upward kick.
Westover up a one-hopper over to second base. Picked up by Richter, throws to first, and Waupun does give up a run, but still have the 2-1 lead going into the top of inning number 6. Should be a crazy couple innings coming up. Stick around on RP Sports.
Brought to you in part by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun.
Andy with us here, the other part, Main Street, Waupun, to talk about a great event coming up here. Andy, talk about the next meat raffle and who it benefits.
That's right. We're going to do a special event meat raffle. We usually don't do them until we pick them up again in fall, but we're going to bring one out August 4th, Sunday afternoon, looking at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to do a meat raffle that's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So the fine folks from Make-A-Wish asked us to do one, so we're going to do a special event one on August 4th at 2 p.m.
All right, so when people come in, what do they expect that day?
You can expect we'll run some drink specials, and of course, and we're going to sell some meat, some paddles, and have a lot of fun. Have a spin a prize wheel and do a 50-50 along with it, all for the benefit of the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
All right, talk about some of the great things going on here throughout the week here, Andy.
Hey, we got specials going on all day, every day during the week. Mondays is all you can eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4 p.m. Thursdays is burger day. Friday is fish all day, of course, open to close. Saturday is appetizer specials. And Sunday, of course, we're back to wings, and we do it all over again.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Andy with us here, the other part, Main Street.
We're back. Okay, we are back. Beaver Dam scores a run in the bottom of inning number 5 and get within a run of Waupun. 2-1 the lead as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and Mason Holtz, 104 pitches in the ball game, done pretty much for the game now. As far as pitching, he could pitch with one more batter.
He could, if he got a first pitch out, he could, he would be done either way. 105 and you are done. He can, by rule, you can finish the batter when you've reached the 105. So even if it was 10 pitches, we'll see what Coach Ferris decides to do.
Did we hear where Mr. Freund is at?
I did not.
No. Okay, so we got ourselves a ball game. It always has been a close one the whole way. Waupun scoring 2 in the top of the 4th. Beaver Dam scores in the bottom of the 5th. And the guy that hit the 2-run shot, Chase Beam, up to bat. That gave Waupun those 2 runs.
If you're a Beaver Dam fan, you're probably glad to see Chase Beam up with nobody on base.
Yeah, we'd like to see him hit another one up in the jet stream, because it's Dakota's playing some pretty rock solid third base over there. Had a few of those tough little plays over there, but handles them well. So one down, runner at first base, and that'll bring up Ethan Cunningham's walk. Has flown out so far in the game. Stays off the first pitch. Fastball stays high for ball one.
Ethan, he was ready to go on that pitch. Maybe a few inches higher, he would have. You could just tell he was ready to get a big swing on that one.
Yeah. This one's foul strike. 1-1 the count. So Evan Sauer going out and throwing the ball around a little bit here. He might be the pitcher we see coming in next. We'll see. Let's see who's number 8. Who you got down as number 8 for Waupun? Nothing?
I don't, but I can.
I can just look at, I know we got Bob.
I mean, I know almost every player on here. Where are you seeing him, I guess is why. Number 8.
Oh, Graham Gopalan is the one that
yeah.
was all playing catch with.
Okay.
Warming him up. That's hit out towards center field. Coming in is Kyler Keel and hauls it in for the easy out. He's going to throw into first, and he's kind of trotting back with Jake Krieger over to first. And pretty nice throw right on the money over to first base, but Krieger gets back well in time. So 2 down, that runner at first base.
Gopalan, one of the guys brought up from the Junior Legion. Played shortstop for them last weekend.
And just popped out towards right field, and Jared Westover hauls it in, so Waupun goes down quietly after getting a runner on base. Come up empty. 5.5 innings in here at Beaver Dam, and Waupun holding on to a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 6th coming up next on RP Sports.
We don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
Welcome back to Beaver Dam. We've got a 2-1 ball game going into the bottom of inning number 6. Steve Witterhack with Randy Armka here to bring you it. Jeff Sauer on the video streaming here, and Mason Holtz still on the mound for Waupun because he's had 104 pitches and he can pitch to one more batter yet and he'll be done. But they're going to have him come back out. Must have said he was ready to go for hurting it all and said, yeah, I can pitch to one more guy. So he's got to face Kyler Keel, number 4 in the batting order. Before we get a new pitcher in, and we're guessing it might be Evan, possibly, but we'll find out.
That makes sense, yeah. Evan Sauer, he's at shortstop right now, but he would probably slide over.
Yeah, different choices they could make with some nice pitchers available for post 210, and another day to play here yet. Strike on the first pitch in to Kyler Keel. His third at bat of the ball game has flown out to right field and has grounded out so far in the game. Fastball's going to miss high. Count is now 1-1.
And my guess would be that Mason Holtz would move out to center and Ferris would come in and play short in that situation.
Yeah, Mr. Everything out there. You can put it anywhere you want him. He can play it. You're not going to lose much with him out there. He's great wherever you put him.
Evan Sauer is really a good one, but Ferris is not far behind. So the rule is 105 pitches, but you can finish the batter you're working on. So he can, you know, if it was a 12 pitch at bat, you can go that far. You could end up with in the middle teens.
Ooh, that is sharply hit out to left field, right down the line. Mason is done now, but they get a hit off him this time, and now a runner at first in a 2-1 ball game. Waupun will be changing their pitcher right now, and we'll take another break. 2-1 ball game, runner at first, bottom of the 6th inning. Things getting a little tense here in Beaver Dam. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more of the bottom of the 6th inning on RP Sports.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Shop great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $2.49 per pound. Country Hearth split top bread, buy one, get one free. Kemp's ice cream, $3.99 with your card. Deals on 7-Up, RC Cola, or Dr. Pepper all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. And a reminder to shop cattails connected to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly on Gateway Drive in Waupun. Shop the pig all this week for great deals.
Okay, we are back. And the gamble of putting Mason Holtz out there to pitch one more batter kind of backfired on Waupun as the batter ends up getting a base hit against him. So runners at first base and a 2-1 ball game. Nobody out for Beaver Dam. And there was 5 in the batting order coming up to bat right now. Jake Jolka to face Evan Sauer.
And as I said, Holtz went to center field, brings Ferris into shortstop.
Holtz, he's out.
Left.
Oh, he's in left, okay.
Yeah, they just announced that on there that he's a left fielder. Yeah, this ball hit out towards center field, coming in strong, and it's going to land right in front of Ferris. Trying to get that out at second yet. No, not in time. Oof, back-to-back base hits, and it's getting a little scary here for Waupun with runners at first and second and a 1-run lead for Waupun, with nobody out for Beaver Dam.
Okay, so Brady White comes in to play third. Emmett Hull moving over to shortstop.
That's what we get for predicting.
Yeah, I know.
I always come up wrong. They might do it too. Want to tempt up the first base line, trying to get those runners moved over. Braden Strakota up to bat.
Brady White's role expanding on this team.
Gave us a couple innings of pitching yesterday and looked pretty solid with that.
Wind is 25 mile an hour now.
Yeah, it's
and not official. That's just my guess. So, yeah, good time to be at the plate if you're a Beaver Dam hitter.
Yeah.
And again, once set up the first base line, Krieger picks it up, throws it over to first base, covered by Landon Richter to get the out, but does exactly what they wanted it to do. Get runners now at second and third base. Tying run at third, go-ahead run over at second base.
Bond needs a strikeout right now. See if there's anything on. Maybe they think about squeezing here, get that tying run.
Curveball's going to miss outside into Carson Franke. Brad Wendorf awaiting on deck. And it's bounced over towards second base. They're going to try to score. That bounces off the glove of Richter. Does get the out at first, but takes away his chance to try to throw the runner out at home plate. We are tied at 2 apiece with the runner over at third base yet. So 2 down in the go-ahead run, standing over at third right now for Beaver Dam. And Brad Wendorf coming up to bat. He's had a couple of base hits in the ball game.
Keel going on contact there. I think Richter was definitely thinking he was going to come to the plate with it. Had time, but that was a kind of a shot off his chest.
Just 1 base hit in the game, but still a guy in that 8th position that has a base hit. Here we go. Kent's supposed to just get this out. Hopefully go tied into that top of the 7th inning. 1-2 the count now.
Everything we had hoped for in a game. This has been a good one.
It's going to be hit in the air, but it's going to drift out of play over on the third base side. Count is 1-2 to Brad Wendorf with that go-ahead run standing over at third base here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sauer's pitch, little curveball, nasty curveball, and a swing and a miss. Big strikeout right when you needed it. Nice pitch there from Sauer. And Waupun does give up a run, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Don't go anywhere. Call up the neighbors, tell them to get onto RadioPlusInfo.com. Should be a fun ending to this ball game no matter what happens. Back after this.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Every beginning starts with a breath. When buying or selling a home, it's easy to forget to take one. Brooke Bourne and Rock River Realty can guide your next real estate venture without the worry. Home markets are changing, and Brooke Bourne meets the market with only a 2.5% commission. It's true, 2.5%. Save the stress when you work with the best. Contact Brooke Bourne at 920-251-0500 or email brookebourne@rockriverrealty.org.
You know, when planting season arrives, timing is everything. That's why you need a planter that's ready to strike when the conditions are right. Massey Ferguson planters are part of a long tradition of accurate planting with minimal downtime and required maintenance. It's a combination of precision, dependability, and performance worthy of the Massey Ferguson name and worthy of your farm. Stop by Waupun Equipment today or visit www.masseyferguson.us to learn more.
Okay, here we go. Fasten your seat belts. 7th inning tie ball game. 2-2. Waupun and Beaver Dam expected nothing less than something happened that gets decided in maybe the 7th inning, maybe extra innings with these two teams. Both won big yesterday. Both coaches are very nervous about playing each other here today when you talk to both of them. So here we go, a tie ball game going into the 7th inning.
We do know that Jeff Freund is at 84 total pitches, so he's got a ways to go yet.
Okay, and up for Waupun this inning will be Brian Fierce.
Richter.
Yeah, Richter's up to bat now. Yeah, landed Richter up to bat. Second baseman, number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order coming up. Swing and a miss on the next pitch in, and Freund's still looking pretty solid yet. Oh, and got him on that one. Swing and a miss. And Richter retired. will strike out. Brady White will be stepping to the plate now for post 210, and Emmett Hull waiting on deck. Not doing much to get further into his pitch count much either. Ball on the first pitch into the fastball by Jeff Freund.
Brady White able to hold it, check his swing. That one's down in the dirt, but fouled off the bat of White.
Says foul ball, yep. Count is 1-1. Right down Main Street, and no offer from White makes the count 1-2. It's just that how he mixes that stuff up with the off-speed stuff, the curves, and goes to the fastball again. He's going to miss just a bit high. Well, no, strike three. Hesitation for dramatic effect by the home plate umpire. Going down looking is Brady White. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts on Emmett Hull up to bat. It's going to stay outside for ball 1.
Everybody, managers kind of they have their pitching plan in place. You know, they have plan A and then plan B depending how the game goes and all that. And then when you get into extra innings, that just changes everything because, you know, I'm sure the plan was if Evan had to come in, they were going to try and keep him under 30, which they may still be able to do, but.
Swings and misses on the next pitch in to go down to the count 1-2. Yeah, that messes up all the big plans you have ahead of time. We'll bounce over to third base against Dakota. Handles it and throw. They do tag him going by. Nice job by the first baseman. Carson Franke was pulled off the base but up the first base line, and he tagged Emmett Hull as he went by and got the out. So 3 up and 3 down. So much happening that inning for Waupun, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning with a 2-2 ball game. Back with that in just a few minutes on RP Sports.
Extend your vertical tillage options with the new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010, available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun. Proven Excalibur VT blades stay sharp to cut tough residue and create a superior seedbed. New adjustable gang angles put you in charge. Select 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. The mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive rear star wheels break clods and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seedbed. No daily grease maintenance features save you time and money. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 29.5 foot to 40 foot working widths. To learn more, visit www.kuhn.com.
Okay, we are back. Ian Beaver Dam, Steve Witterhack, and Randy Armgood. Jeff Sauer on the video streaming, and tense moments now. Pond comes up empty in the top of the 7th inning. And Ben DeMaster, number 9 in the batting order, will go to the plate first for Beaver Dam. And after that, the top of the order is up, which will really make things interesting for Waupun's defense. Kevin Sauer came in last inning. Second inning of pitching, and ball 1 of the first pitch into DeMaster. He's struck out and he's flown out so far in the game. Strike call on the next pitch.
This is a key batter right now for Sauer. You don't want that number 9 guy to get on base. And
that's going to go off the glove of Sauer, and he's going to try to flick it over. No, it gets past the first baseman, and runner heads over to second base. A throw to second base, and what's going to happen with that?
He's out. Well, I don't think, no, you're not going to call obstruction there because it was, you know, Krieger was playing the ball. That's just a scramble, and that's a play on. That's normal. They're going to go ask right now, but yeah, that's.
It was worth asking.
That's the call that you don't see made usually.
That's why we have you here, Randy. That's why you get paid the big bucks to
get
that official's view of.
I saw it. I mean, I would not call that right there because it's It's just
He seems all right.
Krieger's playing the ball on a bad hop, and you're going down, and then there's contact. The contact does happen.
Well, Bond dodges a bullet on that one and gets the out at second base.
Score that as a hit, and then thrown out at second.
Okay. So luckily for Waupun, there's one down, nobody on, and Freund comes up first pitch. He's going to hit a base hit in the gap, and that's going to go past the center fielder, and he's going to head over to third base. A throw coming all the way in over to third base, and off the mark, and not in time. And there's your winning run now, standing at third base. Great hit, but it gets past the center fielder Brian Ferris for a second, enough to let Freund get all the way over to third base.
Yeah, how big was that play, getting the runner out at second? Getting the master out there, this game would be over.
A little talk on the mound here, possible things that could happen here.
A little talk here by the offense from Beaver Dam as well to decide whether what do you do? Do you think about maybe you try and suicide here, or you try and...
Well, you got a guy with some pretty good wheels with Freund over at third base, so that would be a guy to do it with.
Oh, they're going to walk him. Intentional walk.
Yeah, matter of fact, they're going to walk two guys. They got runners at first, bases loaded, so they're just looking for that double play to try to end the game. But
double play or a force out at home. Infield is in. You're looking for the force there. You get a ground ball, you get a force at home. Outfield is very shallow. They'd be able to make a catch on a fly ball and throw it to the plate.
Here we go. That'll bring up Kyler Keel. Hits it out to right field, and a runner's going to tag. They're going to throw home.
It's going to be close.
Oh, and just couldn't quite get the ball cleanly in his glove. All Beam could do is hope he landed in his glove and he could swipe him going by, but Beaver Dam comes up with the winning run, a run in the fifth, sixth, and seventh innings. And Waupun goes down here in the ball game 3-2. What a comeback by Beaver Dam. Piecing some things together and coming up with a victory. We're going to take a break and we'll come back to wrap things up here in just a few minutes. This has been Waupun American Legion Post 210 Baseball and RP Sports.
Wisconsin summer. You know, at some point you'll be saying, "Turn on the AC!" Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Soon we'll be in a warm Wisconsin summer. Now is the time to get your maintenance plan to prevent an AC conundrum. Don't forget, we sell and install American Standard furnaces too.
Call 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
A reminder for...
We are back in Beaver Dam, and a disappointing loss here for Waupun. They're not done with the tournament, double elimination, but 2-0 lead going into the bottom half of inning number 5, and Beaver Dam scores a run in each the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Puts one across the plate here in the 7th inning to win the game at 3-2. Yeah, disappointing loss there for Waupun. Plus you used up your main pitcher with Mason Holtz. I'm hoping to get a victory with that out there, but now Waupun will have to go the hard way to do it, play tonight, and then maybe have to play 2 games coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, I guess. See what your team has, what kind of grit they have, and how they can rally around it. And yeah, disappointing loss, but what a heck of a ball game just for the casual fan to come and watch.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be a good ball game. It was going to be a close ball game. A couple great pitchers going at it. Some good seasoned teams on the field for both teams, and just things just did not work for Waupun. Just they couldn't get things to quite land their way, but they come out with a loss, and now, like I said, they'd have to win tonight. They have to win 2 games tomorrow if they want to move on to the state tournament. So a lot to be asked from Waupun. Should hopefully not have too much trouble coming up tonight against the winner of the next ball game, Port Washington taking on Kewaskum in that ball game.
Yeah, and you're going to think that those 2 teams are going to be a little bit less in the pitching department than what Waupun will have. So interesting to see what they do tonight. If they go with Evan Sauer, or they maybe think about Chase Beam or a Landon Richter, one of those type. Give Evan some time off. There's all kinds of options. I'm sure that'll be talked about for the next 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, Beaver Dam, see what they have for other pitchers out there. We saw a great pitching performance, and I know they didn't use anybody up in their game yesterday. So for Beaver Dam, yeah, we'll see. It was an entertaining game to say the least here. Disappointing as a Waupun fan on the ending of the game, but Waupun has earned themselves the tough road to try to get to the state tournament by having to win 3 games to do it. So that's about it. I think we're going to shut her down for now, and we will be back again tonight. Change Jeff's plans, change my plans tonight, Jeff. So
yeah, you're going to go see Foreigner.
Yeah, I was going to go see Lou Graham, and I can't see him now. Well, just have to turn on some of these. I've got it right on my phone, too. So, but I guess we don't have any better news for you except for Waupun loses, and good news is that they're not done. It's a double elimination tournament. They'll be playing the winner of Port Washington taking on Kewaskum the next game here at Beaver Dam in this double elimination tournament. If you win that game, you'll be playing tomorrow, possibly as early as 1 o'clock against Beaver Dam, who gets a free pass into Sunday with this victory here today, and you have to beat them twice if you want to move on to the state tournament. Waupun loses 3-2 here at the AA Regional American Legion Baseball Tournament in Beaver Dam. We'll talk to you again later on tonight, probably about 6:40 or so, 6:45, and bring you the 7 o'clock scheduled game for Waupun taking on the winner of Port Washington and Kewaskum tonight at this tournament. Have yourself a great